Hi there guys, it's Pip here and just a very short video for you about where do you start to find inspiration from, what kind of people should you look for. And I just want to share, as I say, a very quick story because today at work one of my colleagues left. Now this colleague is called, well, I'm not going to tell you his name just to protect his identity, but he has moved because he is going to be manager of a sailing club. Sailing is his passion, and we wish him all the best of luck. And here's the thing, over the past, I would say 3 months, Phil has been challenging me with my business. So he's been saying to me, you know, I want to see your action plan, that sort of thing. Now, he and I run very different businesses. Now, this isn't a video necessarily about business before you turn it off. But Phil has been helping me along my journey, basically trying to achieve what I'm trying to achieve, which for me is financial stability, first of all, for myself, and then I want to really extend it to create, you know, financial abundance for other people, for you, by sharing these videos with you so that you avoid the difficulties, avoid the struggles, avoid the pain, so that you have access to join an amazing online community if that's what you want to do, via my website, which is obviously in the description below, and which has totally changed my life on so many levels, and really actually given me a future which I can't say I had one before. And here's the thing I want to say. So whatever you're trying to achieve, whether that's you're losing weight or you want to start a new hobby, maybe you want to get better at something, or you want to just even get out of the house more, which is for most of us quite a challenge in itself. You know, our jobs take up a lot of our lives, whether it's you really know that you haven't been seeing your family as much as you should do and maybe you need to step up on that. You know, there is something like crazy like 70 billion of us on the planet, and I know that despite that life can be lonely, but you don't always have to look too far to find that inspiration. I'm so lucky that Phil decided quite of his own volition to sort of challenge me in that respect. I do have a business mentor that does keep me on track, but it was no small thing to have somebody off their own back, once they knew I had a business, challenge me. Phil has obviously been in business himself, but in the water sports sector. Again, as I say, that's totally different to what I'm doing. But you don't always have to look too far. I know that having looked through my old workplaces, and you might feel the same, that somewhere along the line, somewhere along the path of life, whatever you want to achieve, whether that's to be, as I say, kinder, you know, go out more, whatever it is that you want, you can normally find someone along the path of life that you go, do you know what, actually they did that, so really it's not that difficult, it's not impossible for me to achieve what they've achieved, and they can act as a good source of inspiration. I think in this day and age, whether you agree with me or not, I'd love to hear your opinion on this as well, by the way, so do leave me a comment. But I do think that in a day when we're all like addicted to our phones like this, a lot of us look too far afield for inspiration. You know, back in the day before phones and laptops and things and travel, really, the only sort of inspiration you would have had would have been people in your local community. And if you think of the great people, say like Einstein or Martin Luther King, or any of the great queens or kings, or, you know, somebody like Mandela maybe, or anybody really that really made a big impact on people, really when they began, their only sources of inspiration were 1, the people around them, and 2, books that they read. And you do become the average, it is said, of the 5 people that you hang around most with. So keep that in mind. As I say, if you want to join an inspiring community that is going to be supported above you, and you don't have that, then as I say, do feel free to check out the free videos on my website. I have had so much support during my, not just my business journey, but really it's been more of a personal journey for me, dealing with a lot of issues that I had and fears that I had. You know, everything from at times going out the house to just very low self-confidence. And you know, if you want to check that out, obviously the videos are for free. I'm not going to go on too much about that. You can check them out in your own time. And obviously, being a real person, you can also contact me on the website or in the comments below. And I just want to bring that to your awareness today. So don't struggle too much to find that inspiration. Look through your past history, and no doubt you will find someone. If you can't find anyone, Google it. Google knows everything. So you can always find someone. And people these days, you know, as I say, we're all on Facebook, and we're all on our phones, and we're all on email. So it's a smaller world than it was. I have before now texted people in Australia, and the text is within a millisecond. So as I say, don't struggle on that. So that's all from me. I'll see you next time. Bye now.